Hi first graders, welcome to art. Today you're going to need markers or crayons, whatever supplies you have on your desk or whatever supplies you have at home. I'm going to use markers. I have some thick Crayolas and I also have some thin Crayolas. Today we're going to make a bear. You can draw your bear with pencil first. If you have a black Sharpie, you can pull out a black Sharpie and you can draw with your Sharpie first. If you want to use pencil and then use Sharpie and erase all of your pencil lines, you can do that. I'm just going to use a Sharpie. We're going to follow these 8 steps to make a bear. You're going to need a white piece of paper. Step number 1, you're going to draw the scarf and the body of a bear. The scarf and the body you're going to draw first. So I'm going to take my black marker and near the middle of my paper, I'm going to draw a rectangle. Don't make that rectangle too big. Then I'm going to draw the body, and the body is going to go all the way to the bottom of my paper, very close to the corners. All the way to the bottom of my paper. Remember, put it close to the corners right here. The next thing you're going to draw for your bear is the arms. If you don't want to add arms, you don't have to. Those are the little armpits right there. If you want to draw the arm, you can. If you don't want to, you can skip that part. And of course, you're going to draw the head. So I'm going to start near the edge of the scarf, up towards the top of my paper and around, sort of like drawing a rounded rainbow or part of a circle, but you don't draw the end of it. Step number 3, I'm going to draw 2 ears. I'm going to draw a rainbow inside of a rainbow. So at the top, I'm going to draw a rainbow and then another rainbow inside of the bigger rainbow. A rainbow, or we could call that an upside down letter U. The next step, I'm going to draw the mouth or the muzzle and the nose. So I'm going to draw the muzzle where the mouth and the nose are going to go. And then I'm going to draw the letter V for the nose. Step number 5, I'm going to draw a mouth. And then step number 6, I'm going to finish the scarf. I'm going to draw a line like this. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and I'm going to color that in just because I don't love how I drew that mouth. So I'm going to color this in right now. So I'm going to even make it a little bit bigger, I think. And you might have to make some adjustments to your artwork as well. And then I'm going to draw the scarf. Very fancy teddy bear with a scarf on. Step number 7, I'm going to draw some decorations on the scarf. If you look at this example right here, you can see that the scarf has stripes. And there's stripes right there. If you want to change the design and put some hearts or polka dots, you can definitely change the design. And you're going to add the eyes. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a circle and another circle, the eyes and another circle, and I'm going to decorate the scarf. I'm going to draw some lines, but I'm going to put my lines closer together than the lines that are in the example. So I'm going to draw lines. I'm going to work very carefully so I stay inside of my black line. And then I'm going to put a line right down the center of the scarf. And I'm going to draw some stripes on this side. Then I'm going to draw the same pattern on the other side. But if you watch, I'm going to put these lines in between. I think this will make it look better. Example number 7, you can see that there's some fringe at the bottom of the scarf, but I didn't add any fringe to that one. So first graders, you decide how you want to make your scarf. I didn't add arms on this one, so maybe I'll just leave it like that. That'll give you a chance to see what it looks like without arms. I'm going to add some detail. I drew hearts on my other example. Maybe I will draw some stripes on this example right here. Draw some lines. And maybe inside of all of these, I'm gonna draw some shapes. I love polka dots. Maybe I'm gonna draw a heart. Maybe I'm gonna do a pattern of hearts and polka dots. Another heart, polka dots. Can't really see, maybe I could see part of a polka dot there. And then I'll draw some hearts. A lot of different ways to draw hearts. You can go like that. If you don't know how to draw a heart, a letter V and an M on top. Looks like I need to draw some hearts on this side. Looks like I won't be able to see all the hearts. So I'm just gonna go like this and draw part of the heart showing. How am I gonna know this is my artwork and not yours? Every artist needs to put their name on their paper. After you come to art class, after you write your name, write your teacher's first initial so I know who your teacher is. I'm gonna add some eyelashes. I think that would be cute. So whatever other detail you would like to draw, you're going to finish by adding your detail of your own. I'm going to show you some examples of some other bears that I drew before I get ready to add some color. So here's an example of a teddy bear with some birthday balloons. I put a hat on the bear. This teddy bear has flowers, looks like flower wallpaper on the back. This teddy bear has a checkerboard pattern for the background. And this teddy bear has a zigzag pattern for lines in the background. So think about different kinds of lines and shapes and patterns and designs that you would like to use for your teddy bear. After you have drawn everything and you're ready to add color, then you're going to take your crayons or your markers, whatever colors you have or whatever art supplies you have at your table, and you may start to color it in. Usually the nose or the muzzle area that I'm coloring right now is lighter than the outside of the bear. So if you have crayons and markers and you want your teddy bear to be brown, then maybe you want to use a brown crayon to color this part, and maybe you want to use markers to color the outside of your bear. You decide. If you want to make a pink bear, make your bear pink. If you want to make a blue bear, you can make it blue. Use your imagination and be creative and make your bear however you want to make your bear. Notice how I'm outlining. I'm not scribbling. Remember, when you have art with Mrs. Hall, we never, ever, ever scribble. You also want to make sure that you have all of your white spaces outlined and colored in. No scribbling, no white spaces showing. You want to make sure your artwork is filled in nice and neatly. I say it's neat and complete and with no white paper showing. Especially no scribbling. After all, you are in first grade now. Hopefully you did some artwork over the summer. Hopefully you did some artwork in the spring, because we are going to do a lot of artwork this year. We're going to draw, we're going to use crayons and markers, we're also going to paint. I'm even looking forward to doing some clay with you. Always want to make sure that you take your time, you don't rush. It's important that you keep your classroom nice and quiet when you're doing your artwork, because the best work is done when you're focused and you're concentrating and you're not making extra noises. So just work quietly. I'm going to use my brown marker for the body of my bear. I'm going to outline, because I know that when I outline, I can stay in my spaces a lot better. And I know that scribbling does not make nice looking artwork. So I can color neatly. I can color completely. That means the whole paper. And I can color with no white paper showing. Can you think of something on this paper that would be important to leave white? The eyes. I would want to leave the white part of the eyes. You and I have a black pupil, and we have a white part of our eyes and a colored part of the eyes. But I think we can see these eyes a lot better on the bear if I leave them white. Are you watching how I'm using my marker and I'm going up and down? That's a nice way to color in. When you get to your name, if you want to make a magic box around your name and leave that space white, you can. If you're using a color that's not going to cover up your name and you want to color over it, then you can color over your name. A light color like yellow or pink will definitely color over the black Sharpie very well. I'm going to color over my name so we can decide if you can see it. I think I can see my name just fine, so you're going to have to decide. I'm going to color the inside of my ears. I'm going to use pink for the inside of my ears. After you've colored your bear, then you're going to color in the whole background. If you want to have a little bit of white paper showing, remember you can. If it makes sense to have a little bit of white paper, then you can leave a little bit of white. Like if you have white clouds, you're the artist, you have to use your imagination. I'm going to color all my hearts pink. And I'm going to color these halves over here. I have to do a good job staying inside of my lines to make sure my artwork is neat. I think I'm going to use a little bit more pink on my scarf. If you want to do a pattern, you could do an AB pattern. You could do an ABC pattern. You could make a rainbow pattern. If you're a sports fan and you want to make your scarf the color of your favorite sports team, you could do that. I'm going to do an ABC pattern. And maybe if I do an ABC pattern, maybe I will leave one of my colors white. I'm thinking that yellow might look nice with my pink. So I'm going to grab a yellow marker and I'm going to make some yellow stripes. And if you see any spots that you have white, then you can go back and fill those spaces in. I can color neatly, I can color completely, and I can color with no white paper showing. That means no scribbling. All right, now I have a lot of background to fill in. So I'm going to take my time and finish coloring my bear. I hope you had fun making a bear with me today. I wonder what we're going to make next week in art. Have a great week. Bye.